Hello, my name is Daryl Woodruff with Wisdom for Couples on YouTube. And we're here today to drop in to share some information with you if you're going through a hardship that have caused you to become behind on your mortgage. Some of those hardships might be job loss, medical bills, reduced income due to furlough or whatever was going on in your life. But those hardships qualify you in some cases to be able to get some help. So what you'd like to do, or what you need to do, is call your mortgage company. Let them know your name, give them your account number, and let them know that you're falling behind and for what reason. Now that reason is called your hardship. So you have your account number ready when you call these folks, all right? You want to try to contact the loss mitigation department. And again, let them know of the hardship that you're going through, the specifics. Questions you want to ask them. Ask them, how many payments am I behind? What's my total past due amount, including fees? And when I say fees, I'm talking even legal fees if you happen to be going through foreclosure or pre-foreclosure. Those fees can add up. Has my account been reported to the credit bureau yet? Other things you can ask. Can I set up a repayment plan to catch up gradually? Meaning that, say for instance, you have a $2,000 mortgage payment and you want to pay that out over the course of 10 months. Then they can add $200 to the current monthly payment that you'll be paying over the course of 10 months to get you caught up gradually, if you can afford that in your budget. You know, the Bible talks about counting up the cost. You should know what your budget allows before you talk to these people, because whatever you say, you're going to be committed to. Do you offer forbearance or temporary payment pause, where they actually can pause the payments for you? And can missed payments be deferred or added to the end of my loan? So sometimes that's a combination. If they forbearance you or temporarily pause, then those payments that they pause, they'll put on the end of that loan for you to catch up later. So instead of your loan being paid off at the present date that you have, it'd be a couple of months behind as far as getting paid off. Do you offer loan modifications to lower the payment or the interest rate? Another significant question. Depending on whether or not you have PMI or MIP, which is a mortgage insurance policy on it, which is normally with the FHA loans throughout the whole entire 30 years of that loan, they have these programs available. So assisted programs, as we go on into assisted programs, that's the question you ask. You say, are there hardships or government programs I might qualify for? What paperwork or documents or documentations do I need to send? That's significant, because one thing we know about dealing with the loss mitigation department, your information get pulled to the top of the stack the more prepared that you are. So make sure that you got all the documentation that they need and that you answered every question and gave them everything that they need to make sure that they move expeditiously with your information. So the next question is, how long will the review process take? Okay. Now here's something about you should know concerning the foreclosure timeline and how that affects you. So a question you can ask them is my loan currently in pre-foreclosure? What is the timeline if I can make a payment right now? Will you notify me before any foreclosure action is being taken? And here's a follow-up for you. Who can I contact directly for updates? And can I get your name and the reference number for this phone call? That way you can always refer back to who you talk to, what's the reference number of that particular phone call, because the last thing you want to do is be talking to one person and then the next person give you a different story and will not be able to uphold the commitment that you had from the other phone call. Documentation be conversation, write down everything that you can on that phone call, and again, get that reference number of that phone call and the individual that you talk to in the loss mitigation department. Now let's go back through this checklist in summary of what you need to do. First of all, you need to call the company, give them your name and your account number, your property address, connect with the loss mitigation department and tell them your hardship. Ask questions like, how many payments am I behind? What is my total due amount, including the fees? And has my account been reported to the credit bureau yet? And before we go on, listen, you can't have fear. You have to man up or woman up and talk to these folks. No, God hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. If you're fearful and you don't talk to these folks, that's how they get you home. Okay? Can I set up a repayment plan to catch up gradually? Do you offer forbearance or a temporary payment pause? Can missed payments be deferred or added to the end of my loan? Do you offer loan modification or lower the payment or interest rate? Assistance programs. Are there hardships or government programs I might qualify for? What paperwork or documentation do I need to send? How long will the review process take? And the foreclosure timeline. Is my loan in pre-foreclosure? What is the timeline if I can make a payment right now? And will you modify or notify me before any foreclosure action is taken? And last but not least, who can I contact directly for updates? And can I get the name of this person that I'm talking to and the reference number of that phone call? Again, this is Daryl Woodruff with Wisdom for Couples. Check us out for more tips about your finances. Hopefully we can be of help to you.